It's very important. Today, I declare a state of emergency for all government officials worldwide, internationally, to immediately implement healthy habits, making sure nobody entertains no war, no conflict before anybody gets confused. All we have to do, remain in positive attitudes, get along with God every turn, and build. Healthy wage increases, mandatory. Every staff, $10, $20. Put it aside. Create a new bank account for healthcare aid in any business for a guaranteed 3-month wage increase, and it'll never stop. Corrections, all building for the detainees. Get them a nice big home, and they want to keep on living in it, then they keep building side by side with us. This is going to eliminate all crime, all conflict for a better tomorrow. All drugs, healing plants, all legalized, get distributed, organized, and that eliminates everybody just throwing a shit out, and it creates disease. The air quality today was moderate. We are not going to wait until it's poor. All right? Even when it was good, that's very alarming. When our air quality should be great. That's why you guys are looking healthy, but you're in denial, right? Because you don't want to freak out. But it's a fucking serious issue, all right? And I predicted the pandemic, Mr. Roman from the Bible, in 2016 when God told me very directly, you better believe in God. You better know that God is very real and God is every single person everywhere in the world, every animal. And it actually happened in 2020 and it killed tons around the world. All right? And why does this happen? Why does sickness happen? Because people get careless. They misdistribute their attention elsewhere, right? They were already downplaying our waiters, our good word providers, our, service members, and our food handlers, and saying, hey, you don't want to be, flipping burgers all your life. When in reality, it's just as important as a doctor, as any profession. You just needed that right direction and good leadership within the business. You can be living in a mansion just like everybody else. Healthy wage increases. That's why when you present yourself to the public, you need that right direction, because then you start getting possessive and then you block your blessings. And then that's how conflict starts, when there's no need for any conflict. They're having poor examples for them. You bring them and they get presented to you. Now it's your time to lead. Hey, that's short-lived. You're going to be building with us, cooking and cleaning with us, creating, good friendships. Now you're involved in the public more than ever. Now you have a life to live. Now you don't have to be risking your life in a stupid way. Now when you say, hey, we risk our lives for protection of our countries, we're partners and great friends with everyone around the world, with all our families working together internationally, God, side by side. So whoever's entertaining war or conflict, you are on your own. Your team is on your own. Doing that radioactivity, using our bodies as a conductor of electricity, that's short-lived. You do not want to do that. It gets very, very toxic. All right? Nobody deserves that. Poor leadership. They need to be directed in the right direction. We just build, keep our environment safe and healthy, landscape, care for our foods, in retail, spreading the good word, education, leading by example, being a helping hand, great customer service. Being present is just as impactful as constant education as well too. Taking advantage of your benefits, just so people won't see any doubt when, even if everything's going greatly. I see trash and littering. There's constant work that needs to be done. In a single day, business goes by really, really fast. New life is coming in rapidly. They need to know the same importance and that right direction on building, right? We have accumulated this great equity in great relationships worldwide, where they know they won't be bothered, they'll only be blessed and left alone. Everywhere in the world, they know that. All right? And you are not going to be messing it up. I don't know if it's a select handful, but you're not going to be doing that. No more pointless investigations. We know how to never see shit. You need to be leaded and directed the right way. I mean, there's proof. Everybody's getting sick. A lot of you guys are looking fucking pale. And nothing's wrong with your lifestyle. You're in great standing, right? But other people are not. And it's a humongous world for your team or your state or country to even fathom the responsibilities of needing to remain constant in the good word as you embark in any endeavor. The good word is mandatory, even after you have that right, proper structure. Now we have the media and satellites. Everybody's staying used to each other with the internet. You need to remain constant every single day. And that guarantees your privacy and consumptions to be respected. The air quality is very poor right now. And that's very, very alarming. There's no time for anybody to be toxifying their mindset on dumbass shit, on conflict, dude. All that training was just PT, and that's all for healthcare, dude. Because it gets toxic, and then they get careless of their personal hygiene and to care about others, so then it becomes a healthcare risk to everybody in the world. Know why your training is implemented. It's just PT. You don't have to toxify your mind and define the whole fucking world with a course, making sure that it is structured, making sure you eliminate any healthcare risk. And to eliminate it without doubt and without assumptions, and making sure you really eliminate the problem, not just a decoy or an illusion of the problem, then you take that all totally out of your head. All that shit just out. Because in reality, we are all trained equally in any form of education. Everybody in the world is equal. Equally formed, equally trained. And that's very important. Because when you have the same life, you go through these same obstacles. And that's when it becomes very understanding what's short-lived for all of us and what's best for all of us. All right? This comes to show now everybody's being directed the right way with God. Now we take, our healthy habits to the next planet, and the next planet, and the next planet. Always stay present, block out the noise until it is completely eliminated by itself. And you always remain in great standing and in the present. Because it's God right in front of you. So I don't know why some people, are freaking out for no reason. That's your knowledge, wisdom, and direction, so you won't waste your time. And that's God very, very present. And then you lead. Let's go ahead and build side by side. After everything in the whole world is brand new and everybody has a brand new luxurious house and all the roads are brand new. All landscape has grass and trees and brand new, and all public theme parks have, SeaWorld amusement parks in there too. Dude, it can be very, very fun when we're all on the same page, right? Because we already seen our organizations get very toxified for no reason. We can't even explain it. It all comes down to the lack of constant education and misdistributing our attention elsewhere. Keep it simple, keep it fun, keep it enjoyable, and enjoy your friendships. Enjoy a great life now. We have tons of marine life and animals in the land as well too that we need to keep healthy, and also their foods need to remain healthy too. The reason why I'm very, very constant in this is because if you don't follow what God says to everybody, because you stay in denial and you lean on flesh, then we're all gonna fucking die. And somebody's out here with too much time on their hands thinking it's okay to tamper with people's bodies and threaten us with fucking gunshot sounds. It's bullshit. They need to be building. You guys all need to be building for the detainees, correcting them, or we get nowhere in life. You never see no real difference. That's enough shit. People are getting very careless. Now you come in position and then what, you just want the fucking credit for your ego, and then what, just to fuck or some shit? That has to be healthy too. And you're gonna make family, they're gonna have to be healthy too. And your kids deserve a life, and they deserve great, genuine, pure friendships. Not some fucking dumbasses trying to fucking like control your whole fucking life in patterns. It's nothing, because we stand with God. So under any circumstances, we will not fold, and we will not let it take advantage of our great days and our great partnerships. Because we are best friends with everybody internationally, and we're gonna build. There's no time to entertain that shit. There's people and countries, our neighbor countries, pretty much everyone's family, dude. And they need a house because their health is a reflection of our health. Shit gets very, very fucking lethal and real. Eliminate all those toxic habits now. Everything legalized, age restrictions if needed, cared with our government officials, partnerships with the public, and that's how you accumulate the equal opportunity education, equal stability. Now, everybody that comes out stays within, always corrected, always educated, always having each other's back. You should be thankful that you're in the presence of God, the creator of everything in the whole world, and planets and everything that everybody has ever known, ever in life. God, every turn. That's why we're not going to freak out, even because God told us what was happening to us. We're trying to influence our thought patterns. It all comes down to somebody adapted to their own paranoia or their own egotistic, selfish ways. Who knows? It's nothing to worry about. You stay focused and you enjoy your friendships and you keep being excited to connect with each other the healthiest way in real life. We will not let anything go to waste. Houses underwater, less pollution. You already know that tuna is having this toxifying, in their DNA called mercury that creates cancer. And why is that? Because of the pollution of, our renewable resources that we have on land. But in some certain extent, it pollutes the ocean, And what we eat, that's just God telling us that the animals' surroundings and the animals itself need to be cared for. So you can keep on living that life that you so desperately were all like sneaky with to obtain. And you want to keep living that great life, right? So you got to understand that everybody around you has to be in great standing as well too. With God, you'll see the greatest things beyond your own imagination, beyond your dreams. But you'll also see how stupid people get, how pointless and rotten people get when they're in denial because they get embarrassed because they're corrected. Well, that correction is God's love. So you can be directed the right path. And God is very, very forgiving. It's the fact that once you're forgiven and you keep doing that dumb shit, knowing it's wrong, then you better bet your ass you're burning in hell. And you can't even know how to live and obtain the life that you so desperately want and supposedly kill for, right? Because you're threatening us. Fucking small ass whispers and shit. Fucking cowards, man. And why do people, anything in life, why do they come out of the house? It doesn't matter what they accumulate, any knowledge or any profession or company they work for. Why do they come out the house? For a house, for food, to be clothed, for a brand new car, for a partner. Well, all that you want. Now you want to keep on enjoying it because now you got it. And now you want to ensure you have a great, happy life, right? Because you were so fucking uneducated on the ways you went about it. Well, it comes with a good word. It comes with mutual understanding on each other's privacy and respect. And this is why we remain constant, and that eliminates all conflict through education. You don't take care of your foods, it rots. You don't keep time of the shelf life, it's gonna sicken you and you're gonna kill yourself. You embark in new land before you survey it, and you didn't know that plant was poisonous, it's gonna get you, you're gonna die. If you don't encounter these poisonous animals and spiders, and you were unaware of it, it's gonna get you and you're gonna die. And you don't even know how to cure yourself, right? But the reality of things, people already saved all of our times. That's why we have artificial intelligence in the way healthiest way through Google search engines, all documenting all progress and knowledge up to this point, so we don't waste our time, so we can get right to living. People really died and risked their lives to obtain the knowledge that we have today. And some of you are getting it way too easy to where you're losing the value of one another. And some of you really actually try to manipulate women and just to get in their pants, and men just to get what you want. Fucking assholes. Easy come, easy fucking go. And I know they already know who you are. Because God does not allow that shit. Make it a lesson for all, no favorites. Because we see everybody good. And we talk highly and greatly about everybody. And we make sure we have everybody's back. Everywhere in the world. Everyone is loved by God. It was very, very important that you view all of these education by God, so you know and then get it embedded that right direction. Because a lot of you didn't see anything else. You didn't even know the definition and why the oil company is thriving. You just thought, oh, because cars need gas, and there we go. Oh, cars are always going to be there. No, it's healthcare, dude. It keeps people used to each other. It is great for business. And yes, that is a way for everybody to remain connected and keeping used to each other. It's healthcare. And it all comes from Earth. Even the wiring and electrical, it's all from Earth. The chemicals that you supposedly they think that, they make out of nowhere, it's all from Earth. Now you need to understand not to abuse it, or it'll harm you. Just like greasy foods, just like your favorite foods can act as a steroid if you eat too much of your favorite foods, and it's just favoriting certain particular organs that stimulate that certain nutrients. It gets very, very nitty, dude. You guys need to get all that shit out of your head. There's no time for that. There's tons of work to be done. How can you be entertaining conflict and war when there's people over here living in old, broken down homes, You see homeless people out in the world, and then you help, but not in the right way. What is a couple dollars gonna do? And then you only temporarily solve their problems, not even that. That's why you need right direction, leave it in the foundation, and you keep spreading the good word. That's why we're seeing excellent progress with everybody understanding and being on the same page. With wage increases, people lacked labor jobs. Because people rather make desk money, earn off commission. They want to obtain that life, so it's easy to do. It's easy to teach you the ropes and, to train you. You just gotta be on call. We already have everything established. It's super easy. But who's gonna be caring for our consumption and the rules needing to be implemented so it won't abrupt any chaos? So there won't be an imbalance of men and women, or an imbalance of female and male on animals too. That's not even the half of it, dude. It comes with the good word very constant every single day. We just didn't think somebody was gonna be that fucking ignorant. And some agencies don't even know the definition of why they even come out. It's all for healthcare, providing job opportunities. Correcting to a better life together. Becoming healthier than any generation before us. Because we're barely in the year 2000. That's nothing, dude. You've only accumulated this knowledge up to this point based on everything presented to this point. We're still on trial and error, reaching a conclusion of accuracy. And no lies have been said. Investigative proof justifies that I did predict the pandemic in 2016. People get sick, people get careless. It's just God telling us we need to remain constant because new life keeps rapidly producing. There's no such thing as population control. You're not walking with God then. Everybody can be living in a glorious mansion and acres, literally. You're not walking with God. You're basing it off your own paranoia and you're adapting to that shit. That's why you never see real progress. Ask our troops on the ground. We are great friends and great standing with everybody. They know when they see the uniform everywhere, they know they're going to be offered job opportunities, a nice big home, food, opportunity, knowledge, friendships to travel, to have great opportunities here in the States. And we got income, so you can get more than the initial check. We have tons of investments to dabble into, Bitcoin, stocks. They want to obtain that lifestyle that they love. And they want to keep on, investing. So that means they have to keep on blessing. And that means they have to keep on educating. There is no time to be entertaining no shit or war, dude. It's a lose-lose situation. We already have all of the examples. Anybody who's entertaining that gets deployed and they entertain that shit, well, that's not the definition of all of our hard work. There's a reason why people walk with confidence everywhere in the world. Because they know they're going to be cared for. They know they're going to see God with us. They know they're going to be guaranteed a nice big home, food on their plate, everybody taken care of, provided education to teach our language. Dude, there's tons of work to be done. Keeping everybody used to each other is very, very important to ensure that there's no disease spread. We're not going to be resorting to the last minute and then you're over here gasping for your last breath. It could have been that today, but we're very, very firm. Our air quality is moderate, dude. Or are you gonna keep on diving into denial? Getting accustomed to that toxic routine that you made for yourself, sitting on your fucking computer and shocking us, whatever you're doing? That's God right in front of you, man. The same thing in front of you is the same thing that blesses you. So choose how you want your life when you're encountered things in front of you. It takes you to lead and follow and to reach common ground and understanding, and that's why we have rules in place. So we can keep all each other's stuff respected, our privacy respected when we all come back home. Now we have the luxury to embark in knowledge. There's not going to be no need for these nuclear things that we, embark on. Some luxury, right, of, privacy and respect that all of our great relationships encountered. So know the facts. Somebody makes it, then we all have to be on the same page, so they won't get it in their head that they have power over anybody else. Same thing with the weapon. One person created it, then we distributed it to everybody. It's constant education. It always comes to the point where it's never going to be needed. All right? It's just PT. Leave it at PT. And it's very, very important to eliminate any healthcare risk. So that's why we stay very constant and firm in PT as well too. That's all it is. It's all for healthcare, dude. But in the reality of things, we're all builders. We care for our foods and animals. We scout out new land and survey land, making sure everybody, new construction roads, new pathways, new public parks, everything that keeps everybody used to each other is very important. Now that we're all building, providing opportunities, we're all side by side. Nobody's isolated in their own cubicles and shit, becoming a fucking crime junkie and shit. Now we're all having fun, right? Now we're all healthy and nothing stops us. Now it's endless hope. Endless blessings. Sickness will become very, very rare when you stay focused and know it's part of the good word. When you see horror movies, comedy, action, drama, the realization of things when people do become careless, different personalities and sneaky narratives, it's all the good word. Wisdom and direction. So you know, oh shit, you do not want to do that. Or, that's why it's important to always lead by example, remain in good standing everywhere. There's no time for anybody to be entertaining war, conflict, or shit. We have healthy ways to eliminate all that. When we see a conflict, we hear about it, we don't know nothing of it, we get deployed, we start, spreading the good word, providing homes, education, equal opportunity, to teach languages, so we can all stay connected. New construction roads, workers in farms, all our healing plants, cared for with the same firmness and knowledge to ensure a better future for all. We're not going to be half-assing it here before we go to the next planet. Then that means in the next planet, there's just going to be nothing but chaos. Right now, the major importance is that we commute back and forth very, very healthy. So when we embark in our trips, we go ahead and never worry and we approach everything with conflict. We approach everything without conflict. See what they can do? They take, or they override, they leave too. But that shit is fucking stupid, man. Anyways, they use our bodies. Our bloodstream already has a natural form of electrolytes. It's already a natural conductor of, electricity. And, they can use any source of technology like the phone or any source of lighting, any constant current to try to use us like a phone. Even when you try to do critical thinking, it's just some stupid shit, dude. You see how they can derail, my focus on a good direction. We've seen people fucking act very fucking stupid over a title, very stupid over position, very stupid over their own paranoia, they don't know what somebody's doing or saying, and they know. It's fucking stupid things that people go through, and we all bear the same fruits. And when in fact, nobody needs to be put in position to get great results. You need to understand the facts of things and know how to keep your fucking life and know how to not lose it. That's all it comes down to. A lot of you are jealous. You have the luxury now and time to fill your fucking heads with shit that you're all fucking jealous of each other now, and there's no reason. God is not jealous. God is not envious. God is not self-glorifying. God is not selfish, possessive. And it always ends up short-lived for you. That's why we have great relationships to the point where nobody even knew about me, Mr. Roman, and the Romans, and all of our great family partnerships everywhere in the world, because we're respected with a job well done. We don't play with people's lives. You better end that shit immediately, because we're the reason everybody in the whole world is alive today. And no lies are being said when we approach you with that right direction. Making sure, our time, good structure is always implemented constantly. And we go with confidence through the next plan and the next plan and the next plan, and with the healthiest habits. So we don't have to worry. Stay focused, get that shit out of your head. And now you know how to execute the real problems. And it starts with totally getting all that shit out of your head. Keeping focus on that right direction. Listen. Because none of you would have saw today if it wasn't for God. And God's clearly letting it be known that you take me very seriously. Nobody's joking around. Nobody would have saw today. It gets very real fucking fast. There's a reason why you have the luxury to sit on your fucking asses, well groomed. God bless. And it's always self-conflicting. So you decide what life you want. You want a great life with great partnerships? Or you just want to be taken out? Because anybody entertaining that shit is alone. We have best friends, great relationships everywhere around the world. And we love each other very greatly. You just need to fucking lead right. They're giving poor examples. They're probably jealous of them. You don't know. You lead right. You give that great opportunity. Enough is enough. And then you start not valuing each other, then everybody else doesn't see value in anybody else but themselves. You see how toxic it can get? Stay focused on the right direction before you fucking gasp for air. Because nobody's going to be wanting to live if it's going to keep on being toxic. They're just going to let everybody fucking die. And that's not what God wants. You can see very clearly the greatest life beyond your imagination, beyond any dream that you have. Endless possibilities. When you stay focused and you understand what you feel when you come across new life. That's your knowledge, wisdom, and direction. It's all knowledge and education. Now where are you?